What's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Blair Wheeler. Today we're here at Roanoke, Virginia at Dormie Network Club, Ballyhack. Let's go check it out.
Ballyhack in Roanoke, Virginia. It's in the Blue Ridge Mountains, an amazing piece of property. And first things first, before we get on the golf course, let's do a little pro shopping. We all do this whenever we go to resorts around the country or private clubs. We come in here, we check out what we can find. So like you guys, I have my favorite brands that I always gravitate towards. And one of mine is Johnnie-O. I know how it fits. I know how it looks on me, so I'm going to grab a couple things of that. I love the logo here at Ballyhack. Every club within the Dormie Network property has their own little logo, and Ballyhack is this goat. I love the goat logo. You see it there on the golf cart.
This is one of my favorite parts of the Dormie Network and here at Ballyhack Club is the cottages. It's my home away from home here, and I'm going to show you guys around, so come on inside. So this is our home away from home here at Ballyhack Club, part of the Dormie Network, and this is our cottage. Everything you can imagine is here. You got to bring your own clothes, but there's a pro shop full of things you can buy. This is the cool part. Every room here is already assigned when you come in, right? So we got Skylar Horn here, Mikey over here, Miles behind the camera, his room over here. And then I've already started to make myself at home. This is my room, so I started to unpack a little bit. So we're not going to show the mess, but there is a slight mess. Now, the Dormie Club back porch was amazing, overlooking the lake, but this one might take it. Here at Ballyhack, the porches overlook the golf course, and we are in the mountains of Virginia, so this is just a beautiful golf course. You can see the guys teeing off up here, this massive double fairway and the green down there. What an amazing piece of property.
Now that we've done the pro shopping and we got into our cottage and got settled, it's time to go play some golf. I can't wait to show you this piece of property. It was built in 2009 by Lester George, and Dormie Network acquired it in 2016. One thing I just learned, literally as I was filming and recording this YouTube video, was they used to have goats as the groundkeepers here. And as weird as that may sound, I'm serious. They used to have goats roaming the property. It was a goat farm. And they kept the grass cut, and they kept it, in generally good shape. And now they're just there as the mascot and have a cute little petting zoo. And now that we've done the pro shop, we've done the check-in at the cottage, we've said hello to the goats and gave them a little snack, it's time for the boys to get out and play some golf. The range here at Ballyhack is one of the coolest I've ever hit on. It's pretty severely downhill, so it gives you that little ego boost that you're hitting the ball way farther than you are. You can kind of see it right there, how severe that downhill is. You can carry your driver and your 3-wood into that lake down the back, and just like at Dormie Club and at every other Dormie Network property, everything you need is on the driving range. Tees, alignment sticks, balls. They do have Pro V1s here, so that's how you know you're playing a good course. The good thing about Dormie Network and Ballyhack is that there's not a ton of people there, so even though we had a tee time, it wasn't like super strict. It's like, yeah, you gotta be on the tee at 12:10, Blair. We did have time to grab a quick bite to eat, which was burgers and onion rings, for those of you who are wondering. Now it's time for round one. So let's see if we can go low, boys. You can kind of see how drastic the elevation changes are here at Ballyhack Club. I was down there in that bunker. This is looking back on the second tee to the elevated green. You're hitting downhill into the fairway and then back uphill, probably 20 or 30 yards into the green. I don't get to play a lot of mountain golf. I live at the beach, so it's normally just flat, sandy Bermuda grass we're playing. This was one of the tightest golf courses I've ever played in my life. Even though I hit the ball so good, and Skylar did too, everybody played well. If you missed a fairway, you were absolutely screwed. I just had a great drive there, and look where I am. I'm in the fescue brush. I wish the goats were out here to kind of mow this down a little for me, but it was so hard to find these golf balls out here. Hole 18 takes you back to the clubhouse. It's this tight fairway. You want to aim at that tree. You can't get to it, but you want to aim at it. Dormie Network acquired Ballyhack Club in 2016, and it's one of the only courses in the Dormie Network that has local members, which I thought was pretty cool. So if you do live in Roanoke, you could have a pretty nice club to play at. I wouldn't recommend playing Ballyhack every day because it is so hard, but it is an amazing golf course. After the round, we cleaned up a little bit and got to go to dinner. Dinner at Dormie Network is always amazing. They said to me every time I've been to one of these properties, you know, they can't control the weather, they can't control how you play, but they can control the food and the experience you have in the clubhouse. And it didn't disappoint. This had a little Asian flair to it. We had some bok choy, we had some oysters and stuff like that. The wine room, if you're like me, I love a good glass of red wine, was insane. I've never seen something quite like that. Look at that lobster tail. I mean, how delicious does that look? We obviously had steak, that's a little tease of what's coming later. So stay tuned for later in the video. We're gonna see more red meat here shortly. And if you're a carnivore, guys, you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned for that. It's not often you get an Asian fusion flair at a golf club. Typically you go out to these things and it's, steak, pasta, tacos, that sort of stuff, burgers, but this was so good. And just like at Dormie Club, if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. Ballyhack has a lighted system around the 18th green that they light up when it gets dark. They put 2 or 3 pins out there, and we spent the evening after dinner with a couple bourbons and cigars, putting around, trying to win some money off each other. And sad to say, I lost quite a bit today, but that's okay. There's always the next trip. And then we went to bed, we crashed pretty hard, and it's time for round 2. 22. Go, guys.
I like some ball started early.
You gonna post that?
No.
You should.
I might throw my story.
The beauty of Ballyhack and Dormie Network in general is there's no rush. You're not rushing to a tee time. You're just there with your friends on your buddy's trip, with your clients if you do it through your business. And while we were here, my Gamecocks were playing, so we did get to sit down and watch the game before we went out and played another round of golf that afternoon. Round 2 didn't disappoint. The golf course was immaculate. The greens were running a little faster. One thing that is cool about Ballyhack Club is they have a 295-yard par 3. We played it from the tips, which wasn't crazy long. It was 6,900, something like that. So I hit a driver on a par 3, which is cool. And I love that, when you see Brooks and Ricky and all these guys in Florida and they go to Jordan's course down there at the Grove, they're not really beholden to normal dress code standards that you would at your own private club wherever you live. And the same goes here for Ballyhack. You can play in whatever you feel comfortable in. This is my favorite long sleeve t-shirt from Johnnie-O. I got it at the US Open and I literally wear this almost every day. This is a great view of the elevation here. Probably one of the highest points on the golf course. Looking back down, you can kind of see probably 5 or 6 different holes. If you pause the video here, you can kind of see how cool this property looks. One thing I think Dormie Network is known for is their owner's cottage, and we were lucky enough to get a little sneak peek inside. So let's go check that out.
So we're here at Ballyhack. We already went through the golf and did all that and saw our cottage, but this is the owner's cottage here at Ballyhack Golf Club, and it's a little bit different. So let's go check it out. So starting out here, the obvious thing you see is that this thing is 2 stories, and we'll get to the bottom story, but let's check out the bedrooms first. Every one of these things has a master bedroom. Now, the bedroom is nice and all, but let's check out my favorite thing about these bedrooms, and it's the view. Let's get into the meat of this. Come follow me. Obviously, this was 2 stories. We'll get down below. We will see that. But just think, you could be here with your buddies. You could do your Ryder Cup here. You could do buddies trips. And this could all be yours. This is amazing. This is the living area. Golf is on TV. College football is on TV. Whatever you want is here. There's an entire kitchen stocked full of snacks, ready to go. Beef jerky, M&Ms, cashews, whatever you fancy. I'm sure they could obtain it. There is a fridge stocked full of Red Bulls and beer and ultras and high noons, transfusions, whatever you want here. Yetis are ready for you. On the rocks, ready to make cocktails. So everything is here for you, and it is insane the amount of just hospitality that the Dormie Network offers its members, right? And I'm so very lucky to have joined this thing and to be a member. In Ballyhack, this piece of property is one of the coolest I've ever been to. But we're not done yet. There's a little bit of surprise downstairs, so come follow me. Now, you just got done playing 18 holes or 36 holes or whatever, but you're not done with the fun. There is this entire downstairs entertainment space with poker and pool and something that I'm really fond of, a full swing golf simulator, and you can keep the fun going all night long. This is so cool. Now, this is one of my favorite features throughout the Dormie Network, and especially here at Ballyhack, is the outdoor patio. Come on and check this out. Now, just think, you're out here with your boys on your annual Ryder Cup trip, on a bachelor party, and you're just all hanging out here. This is now my life goal. I just want to have all my friends here and just enjoy a weekend here overlooking this amazing property.
Even though we're not staying at the owner's cottage, we do have an amazing cottage overlooking a beautiful hole. And one thing they offer is dinner in the cabin. You don't want to, dress up. You just kind of want to chill with your boys after the round. They will bring the food into you. And I've asked everybody that was there with us, even miles behind the camera, what did they think of this dinner? And everybody has said, this was the best dinner they've ever had in my life. Don't tell my wife, but this might be a better dinner than my wedding. We had a 60-ounce tomahawk steak, a Wagyu New York strip, bone marrow on a platter. It's crazy because we kept thinking like, oh man, we're gonna have trouble eating all this. But the food just kept coming. And there was 4 of us. We did a pretty good job of finishing it. I love a charcuterie board. That was there too. My wife, she's gonna be bummed that she missed that one, but she should be more bummed that she missed that tomahawk steak. Because guys, that was the best steak I've ever had in my life. Popped a bottle of red wine because you can't have a steak like that and not enjoy a bottle of red. Some bread to go with it because, what is dinner without dessert, right? So that's it for our time here at Ballyhack Club. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for the next episode of Members Only, where we head to Nebraska and Dormie Network's very first ground-up build, Gray Bowl Club.